Here is everything you need to know about what happened at Knicks Media Day today. All the Knicks reported, talked to the media, took photos. We heard from the new Knicks. We heard from Mike Brown. Josh Hart, does he have an injury that happened over the summer? What's the starting lineup going to look like? Ooh, baby. There's a lot of storylines I want to talk about in this video because right when Knicks Media Day happens, that's when you could feel Knicks basketball is literally right around the corner. Oh, baby, I'm excited for Knicks basketball because you guys know me. I'm also a Jets content creator, and my Jets are 0-3. I know we probably have some Giants fans tuning in. The Giants are 0-3. Can the Knicks come and save the day, please? Because these New York Knicks are destined for greatness this season. I at least hope so. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, comment down below your biggest takeaways from Knicks Media Day, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're new here to Knicks Media. Let's get straight into business and talk about the biggest storylines coming out of Knicks Media Day. The first thing has to be Josh Hart's finger. I mean, what's going on with that? Did he get injured over the summer or something? I mean, where did that come from? He said that he may have to wear a splint on his finger this season. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, the one thing I know about Josh Hart, he is tough. He is one of those guys that I believe that's going to be okay. But this photo of it being blown up is definitely concerning. Hopefully Josh Hart is going to be fine. Knowing Josh Hart, he is going to be okay. And this is definitely something that Knicks fans are just shocked about. Like, what's going on with that finger here? And he said, quote, "I hate playing with anything on my hands. I don't have a good feel for it. Might take a little getting used to, but that's the best scenario for me right now. I want to be out there with these guys." So obviously he's going to go out there and play with this basketball team this year, but it seems like he may have some type of issue with that finger. I mean, should the Knicks maybe consider shutting him down, get surgery so he's good to go for the playoffs? Because this team is all about the playoffs. I don't know. That was definitely something that I didn't see coming for Josh Hart having an issue with his finger. So that's the first thing we had to talk about here. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Mikal Bridges because he talked about, you know, him signing a contract extension with the New York Knicks. And I feel like what he had to say is really fun. He said, quote, "I love it here. I love the fans, the culture, the staff, the front office, the teammates. That's probably the biggest thing." And he just wants to win, man. And I feel like the reason why Mikal Bridges took that pay cut is because he's bought in to win a championship with the New York Knicks, is of course because I also believe that he is happy the Knicks are moving on from Tom Thibodeau and having a brand new coach here in Mike Brown. And I feel like, you know, last year, Mikal Bridges having his first season with the Knicks, he embraced the culture of this basketball team, him getting comfortable with Jalen Brunson and Cat and Hart and OG, and he's embracing this city. He's embracing being a New York Knick, and he wanted to be here long term. I mean, that's the culture now. Brunson took a pay cut. All these guys want to be here long term, which is exciting. So shout out to Mikal Bridges. I'm excited to see what he looks like with this Knicks basketball team with a brand new coaching staff. Now, speaking of the coaching staff, Mike Brown had some interesting things to say about Jalen Brunson, playing him off the ball, getting him opportunities, not just being the point guard, not just being the primary ball handler, but opportunities to set him up in catch and shoot opportunities. Because I feel like the biggest thing about the usage of these Knicks players under Tom Thibodeau is you felt like they were running Jalen Brunson into the ground, running Bridges into the ground. I'm pretty sure Bridges and Hart led the NBA minutes or something along those lines. And I think that Mike Brown is going to get creative in ways, especially early on in the regular season, because we want to save these guys for the playoffs. How could we not strain Jalen Brunson to the point where it's just like he's dribbling all the time and he has to wait till the last second of the shot clock to either dish it out or create a play? We have so much talent on this basketball team where it does not have to weigh on Jalen Brunson's shoulders. So I think that's something to watch out for, is the usage of the stars on this basketball team. And the biggest elephant in the room that a lot of people are wondering is the starting lineup. Like, what is the starting five going to be? Because what we saw last year was a starting five all throughout the regular season just for Tom Thibodeau to switch it up in the Eastern Conference Finals, benching Josh Hart to start Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart joked in the press conference today as well that, like, oh, if they don't start me, I'm demanding a trade. We all know Josh Hart got jokes. He's not serious there. But I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts in the comments. Like, who do you think the Knicks are going to roll with as the starting five? Will it be Josh Hart in the starting lineup? Will it be Mitchell Robinson? Maybe there's somebody else on the bench that could be starting in replacement that you guys are seeing? Let me know in the comments, because I really do think that what Mike Brown is going to do here is interesting. We're going to see competition in training camp. We're going to see some guys potentially make this team, not make this team. Maybe there's even some trades in the works as well looming. You never know. So big time things to watch out for is the starting five. A big storyline to watch for this Knicks team heading into training camp is basically there has to be either a trade or a cut happening, because the Knicks basically cannot keep the roster the way it's constructed heading into this season. They may have to trade a guy like Mikal Bridges or Tyler Kolek or Deuce McBride, which I hope they do not trade Deuce McBride. But one of these guys that are really young, they may have to trade if they want to keep both Landry Shamet and Malcolm Brogdon, who they brought in right before the season started. So that's something to keep in mind. There may be a trade happening where I think Mikal Bridges is a guy I would feel comfortable moving on from, because he's more of that long-term 19-year-old that you want to develop for the long haul. This Knicks team, as much as we want to develop guys for the long haul, we're built to win right now. And I would personally feel more comfortable going with the veterans based off the way that this Knicks team is constructed. I know that Mikal Bridges is probably going to become a star somewhere if the Knicks trade him. That's just how it works, but I'm okay with that. I mean, I like Mikal Bridges. I don't want the Knicks to trade him, but these are the things that the Knicks front office is having to, deal with right now. Will it be Tyler Kolek, another young promising guy? But the reality is, if the Knicks want to keep Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet, they cannot exceed $207.8 million on their salary because of the second apron. So they're going to have to trade somebody on the Knicks roster to shed some salary. That's just how the numbers work. So there is some moves to be made here for the New York Knicks, which is really interesting. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments about that. Definitely something to watch out for, because we have all these experienced players. The core guys that we all love is, of course, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride. Those 7 guys I think are safe. I'd be shocked if they traded Deuce or Mitch at this point. You brought in the veterans like Jordan Clarkson, Yabusele in free agency. You just brought in Brogdon and, of course, Landry Shamet. And then you got all these young guys. You can't have all these players heading into the season. So that's why the Knicks are making these roster moves. They're probably going to make a trade. And my assumption is going to be it's going to be one of the young guys. That's really how I feel like it's going to be. And then, of course, the last thing we have to talk about is the roles of the entire collective of this Knicks roster. What's Mitchell Robinson's role going to be? Will it be off the bench? Will it be a starting role? Is Karl-Anthony Towns going to embody more of a playmaking opportunity at that center position? Something that he saw a lot of opportunities in Minnesota, being able to be a floor general as a center, which is really unique, which makes Karl-Anthony Towns such a unique unicorn type of player. OG Anunoby, are we going to see his opportunity to open up offensively? We know what he can do defensively, but more talking about offensively. OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, 2 guys I think are really going to benefit from a new coaching change in Mike Brown coming on in here. And of course, we talked about it already, but Jalen Brunson, his opportunity to kind of take the stress off his shoulders of being the guy. Of course, we're going to rely on JB in the clutch, but I feel like the Knicks are going to have a lot of opportunities for him to take some, step back a little bit. Let the guys around Jalen Brunson help him out a little bit so it's not all on him. Want to give a big shout out to Sleeper, the proud sponsor of Knicks Media all throughout the season, folks. You guys can use my code Knicks to get a $100 deposit match up to $100. Link in the description, folks, to sign up for Sleeper. I'm really excited to be partnered up with Sleeper this year because they got a lot of fun picks to be excited about for this upcoming season. Basketball season, of course, is not here, but you can bet right now for baseball and the NFL right there on Sleeper. Big shout out to them. Terms and conditions apply. But you guys let me know your thoughts of the biggest storylines coming out of Knicks Media Day. Love to hear what you guys have to say. It's awesome to see all the Knicks back wearing the uniforms, taking the photos. Ooh, baby, it feels good to have Knicks basketball back. Hit that thumbs up button, baby. Let's go, Knicks. I'm out.